Welcome to SATV News. This is Shabala Alam with our headlines. Implementation of proposed national budget for fiscal year 2022-23 would make the economy stronger, hoped Finance Minister. CPT criticized government move to declare amnesty to money launderer to legalize assets from abroad, urged tax cut on essential commodities. DB police is set to seek 15-day remand for Musa, the prime suspect in the assassination of Awami League leader Jahidul Islam Tipu. Finance Minister A.H.M. Mustafa Kamal on Friday hoped that the implementation of the proposed national budget for fiscal year 22-23 would make the economy stronger and more vibrant. He said this at a post-budget conference in the city's Usmani Smriti Auditorium in the afternoon. The Finance Minister on Thursday unveiled the Dhaka 6,78,064 crore national budget for the financial year 22-23 with special focus on economic recovery from uncertainties caused by COVID-19 pandemic and the Russia-Ukraine war. At the press conference, he said that the new expectations of the people and facilities for them were considered in the budget. The budget put emphasis on modernization and the use of technology in every sector, said Kamal. Meanwhile, Centre for Policy Dialogue (CPD) urged the government to cut tax on essential commodities at both import and domestic stages to contain the rising trend of inflation. The economic think tank also emphasized on coordination of fiscal measures with the monetary policy to lead the sustainable growth of the economy. CPD Executive Director Dr. Famida Khatun placed the recommendations at a press briefing at Lakeshore Hotel in Dhaka on Friday. The economic think tank criticized the government move to declare amnesty to the money launderer to legalize assets from abroad. Dr. Famida also raised question about the projected inflation target of 5.6% as policy measures absence in the budget. The economist requested the government to allocate adequate resources for subsidies for keeping the administrated prices of petroleum products, electricity, gas and fertilizer. In the reaction, CPD suggested for giving tax relief to middle-income group and expanding social safety net in terms of coverage and per capita allocation. Separately, BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir alleged that the government is increasing in power at the administrative level by cutting the pockets of the people, not to increase the purchasing power. That is why the budget has allocated the most for the Ministry of Public Administration, he said. He also criticized the government for its anti-money laundering laws. Speaking at a protest rally at the National Press Club this morning, Mirza Fakhrul said that the government has taken a stand against the people. With the development of Awami League, 42% of the people have gone below the poverty line. Everything has been increased starting from agriculture, but the income of the people has not increased accordingly. The budget of the illegitimate government is not for the people, and the budget will only aggravate the suffering of the people. Detective Branch DB of Police is set to seek a 15-day remand for Shumon Shikdar Musa, the prime suspect in the assassination of Awami League leader Jahidul Islam Tipu. DB's Additional Commissioner AKM Hafiz Akhtar said this in a press briefing at DMP Media Center on Friday. Musa, who hailed from Anwara in Chattogram, is accused in 11 cases, including those filed for murders and possessions of illegal firearms. He was convicted in one of the cases. After making a plot to kill Tipu, who was former General Secretary of Motijil Thana Unit of AL, he went to Dubai on March 12, from where he, with the help of some underworld criminals, worked to implement the killing mission. Two separate inquiry committees are working on the Sitakundo tragedy, with Home Minister said Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal. The minister also said necessary legal actions would be taken against the culprits on the basis of the investigation report. He said this while addressing a parade at the Ansar VDB Academy in the morning. The minister further said that various initiatives have been taken to train and modernize the fire service personnel. They have sacrificed their lives to save others for patriotism and training. Protesters brought out several processions after Friday prayers from Dhaka's Baitul Mukarram National Mosque today. They were chanting slogans against Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi in protest of the remarks about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam made by the leaders of BJP, reports our staff correspondent from the spot. At least 1,000 demonstrators brought out multiple processions in presence of additional police force deployed in the area. They were heading to the Polton area around 2:30 p.m. when this report was filed. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres on Thursday appointed Bangladesh's Rabab Fatima as High Representative for at least the developed countries, landlocked developing countries and small island developing states. She replaces Courtney Rattray of Jamaica, who was appointed as Chef de Cabinet. Though the appointment of Ambassador Fatima, a female diplomat from the Bangladesh Foreign Service for the first time, has been appointed as UN Under-Secretary General. Also, Fatima will be the highest ranking person in the UN system as a Bangladeshi citizen. 4 Bangladeshi men and 2 of their Malaysian wives were arrested in Malaysia for allegedly posing as a third party of Malaysian Immigration Department and getting migrant workers fake work permits in exchange of money. The syndicate made a profit of over RM 2.04 million by providing fake temporary work permits under government's labor recalibration program to various nationals, including Bangladeshis. The syndicate worked behind the front of a phony labor agency, which is used as the base of operations, said Malaysian Immigration Department Director General Khairul Zami Daud. Viewers are taking a short break. Please stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching SATV News. Now we bring you the international story updates. An anti-terrorism court ATC in Lahore issued on Friday the non-bailable arrest warrants of 12 PTI leaders, including former Federal Minister for Education Shafkat Mahmood and Yasmin Rashid, for allegedly vandalizing and damaging property during the party's long march. The other PTI leaders whose arrest warrants have been issued include Hamad Azhar, Murad Raz Zubair, Niazi, Mahmoudur Rashid, Ayaz Chaudhry, Islam Iqbal and others. The warrants were issued over Shahadra police request. Multiple PTI leaders, including Chairman Imran Khan, Vice Chairman Shah Mahmood Qureshi, General Secretary Azad Umar, Imran Ismail and others were booked for rioting during the party's May 25th long march. However, Imran Khan, Asad Kumar and some other leaders acquired bails in these cases. Ukraine is at the brink of losing control of Severodonetsk, the epicenter of fighting in the eastern Donbas region. That's according to the head of the Luhansk Regional Military Administration. President Zelensky called the situation dreadful, but Moscow is not only eyeing Ukraine's seats, but also the south. Satellite images reported by the New York Times on Wednesday showed that Russian forces have restored a canal supplying water from the southern Ukraine to the Crimean Peninsula. Also, the Zaporozhye, where 2/3 of the land has been occupied by the Russian forces. A referendum will be held later this year. Citing an official from the Russian-installed administration of the region, TASS news agency reports that the vote will be on whether to join Russia. The war is having ripple effects across the globe that could cause a global food crisis. Meanwhile, the US issued fresh restrictions on banning Americans from buying Russian stocks and bonds. Japan has been voted onto the UN Security Council for a record 12th time. It was elected onto the council on Thursday for a 2-year term starting January 1st next year. Japan was last voted onto the council in 2015. Switzerland, Mozambique, Malta and Ecuador were also voted onto the council along with Japan. The UN Security Council has 15 members, 5 of which are permanent, filled by the US, Russia, China, France and Britain. The rest are voted in for 2 years term. Japan's appointment comes at a time when the Council is facing challenges due to Russia's exercising into veto power over its aggression in Ukraine. Now sports news. Spain got their victory in the UEFA Nations League. They beat Switzerland by 1-0 in the third match of the tournament. In another match of the day, Portugal won 2-0 against Czech Republic. Luis Enrique's side dominated the entire match at the Geneva Stadium. In the 13th minute of the first half, midfielder Sarabia sent the ball into the net with a shot from Marcus' pass. At the first, there was some doubt about offside, but the referee blew the whistle at the goal after seeing the VAR. Spain won the match with this one goal. In another match, the two teams put a counter-attack from the start in Lisbon. Joao Cancelo's goal in the 33rd minute gave Portugal the lead. The host doubled Gonzalo's goal in the 36th minute. In the end, the Czech Republic had to leave the field with a defeat. Before ending, we go to the headlines again. Implementation of proposed national budget for fiscal year 2022-23 would make the economy stronger, hoped Finance Minister. CPT criticized government move to declare amnesty to money launderer to legalize assets from abroad, urged tax cut on essential commodities. DB police is set to seek 15-day remand for Musa, the prime suspect in the assassination of Awami League leader Jahidul Islam Tipu. We're up to date so far here on SATV News, and to know the latest news, visit www.satvtv.tv. Stay with SATV.